Show. You can call us on.
Hello, my name is Angela Cleo Smith, and welcome to VYOV, Voice Your Own Vision. The Voice Your Own Vision broadcast comes from the collective energies of amazing partners who showcase the artists, professionals, and personalities that make the San Francisco Bay Area one of the premier destinations for California residents and visitors from around the world. The show features the events, social networks, diverse communities, and cultural offerings that underscore the dynamic environment in which we work, live, and play. Our show includes special guest hosts that provide advice, resources, and connections for groups and individuals trying to build contacts, find mentors, and partners. Our mission is to help deepen relationships. VYOV, or Voice Your Own Vision, support established and emerging professionals in building their dreams, translating hopes into action, and meeting all challenges with grace and style. And at this time, I would like to welcome our co-host today, Elise Hollywood Evans.
Hello, America.
NIKITA Key Sampson, Nicole E., and Skylier.
Hello.
They would tell us who they are, what they do, and their contribution to the show. So let's start with Elise.
Well, hello, Angela. I am so excited to be here with the cast of VYOV, and I'm glad to be a part of it. My name is Elise Hollywood Evans, and I'm an entertainer. I sing, I dance professionally as a samba dancer. So my contribution to VYOV is bringing the arts and entertainment to our organization. And with this past weekend, celebrating my birthday, I had African dancers, samba dancers, live music, spoken word. I would like to showcase the best of the Bay in arts and entertainment.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, NIKITA or Key.
Key, NIKITA, either way. I am NIKITA Sampson, and I am also an entertainer. I am also a professional consultant. I do work for opera singers, which I manage them as they run around the world. I'm also a national act, which I've done a lot of things that I will mention at a later date. However, right now I'm really into telecommunications. Our partner business is with the telecommunications, and things are growing and progressing. So I am also elated and happy to be here.
Great. Nicole.
I am Nicole Ellerbush, and I'm just loving that I'm here with VYOV. And I'm the one who stands on the backside and analyze 1 + 1 = 2 + 3. Let's organize A² + B². And every organization needs somebody like that, and that's what I am. I grew up starting from probably the age of 4. I wanted to be a civil engineer. I went military to do that, and then physics came my way. That changed my life, and I went economics instead. So with that, it kind of threw me all over the place. I've been with math, with accounting, with computers, and now I'm with beauty and putting it all together. And it accidentally got me here with Angela. So how it did it, I do not know, but it just came together, and now I'm focusing on the beauty part of it. But I'm still working on computers and accounting and all of that stuff, so I'm doing it all. So all you guys are gonna need me, okay? Don't forget me, you're gonna need me. So that's my job. I'm the one on the backside who just helps with the organization.
And Skylier.
Well, hello, Angela. Thank you. My name is Skylier. I'm a designer here in the Bay Area. And my contribution to the show is bringing more awareness in product development and manufacturing and soft skills. I love working in the community. I love sitting on boards. I love working with the girls. I work with middle school, high school, and first year college. And I teach girls etiquettes and how to dress and how to style, so I'm your fashion person. I will be bringing new trends and new styles. We'll probably be eating at restaurants too. I'm really looking forward to that. But the contribution to Voice Your Own Vision is to allow people to share their vision and share to the community what we're doing. It's very important that we connect And we really want to know who you are. And this is such a great opportunity, and I really love it because we do need to open up more in our city, our community, and that's what Voice Your Own Vision is, and I really like that.
Oh, thank you. And thank you all for introducing yourself. And for me, I've been in the television business for many years, and some of you may have heard of this small television station with a large personality called So Beat Television. That's where I got my start. And then I've spent many years in local politics, community affairs, and promotion. I've earned a bachelor's degree right in the city of Berkeley at UC Berkeley. I got my master's degree in the Bay Area at California State East Bay. And I'm working on my doctorate degree in public administration at Capella University. I'm a freelance producer for community-oriented topics in the arts, entertainment, and education. So, we're going to move forward, and that brings us to our topic today. Our topic is pros and cons of the social media networking. And just to mention that, social media and social media networking is how we all got our start. I've met all of them through social media. So we're going to start our conversation about social media. And we're going to start with Skylier. Just tell us, do you have any negative experiences with social media, or do you have any positive? And let's talk about the pros and the cons.
Well, I do believe I have more pros than cons. I'm really trying to think about the cons, and I'm sure there's some there, but I do have a lot of pros. I mean, social media has helped me tremendously. I mean, it's just really great. I mean, so many great people on social media around the world. You know, I have met a rep on social media, and we just talked yesterday about some type of event that she wants to do in Switzerland. I've met people, just incredible people. I love social media. I mean, I really do. I mean, I get to talk to my family, and I can't really fly to Texas like, you know, every year, but I get to talk to my mom. She gets to see pictures of the kids and things like that. I mean, business is great. You know, I don't have any cons about social media. I'm ready to go home now and just get on Facebook.
Wow. Okay. But yeah, so you had no negative experiences. You know, I'm doing my dissertation on anti-bullying programs, and part of it is because of the cyberbullying. And there's some astronomical statistics on children that are committing suicide, and some of those experiences out there when they go out and shoot up schools, those are victims of bullying. And part of that was through the cyber network. So that could be very well a con, because of course the beauty of us all meeting one another for the first time and then coming together and meeting us face to face was absolutely beautiful, but then there's some cons that go along with that.
I do agree with that, because I do the non-bullying as well as part of my program, but it's on a positive note.
Yes.
You know, I try to bring the girls in on a positive note because of those things that are happening. At the same time, they really love it, because who knows what's going on in their life, and then Skylier around. We do really beautiful things, so we do focus on that as well, and that is a big part
Absolutely.
of social media.
Absolutely. Elise.
But you know, like for the young people, I have to tell my nieces all the time, look, you're putting yourself out there online. You have to be careful of what you say and what you do and how you represent yourself, because those things can follow you and they can haunt you. Because I've heard horror stories, or even on the news, like this one young lady put a picture of herself up, and then it just became viral, and then she wanted to leave school and commit suicide over the picture that she took of herself and sent it via the internet to her boyfriend, who decided to share it amongst you know, the children in the school. And that, to me, that's like bullying to some degree.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
so, you know, the young people especially, even adults, have to be really careful of how we represent ourselves, because, you know, I am guilty of, I'm a model, and I take a lot of photographs. And, you know, some of them are in bathing suits, and they push the edge or whatever, so I'm careful about my reputation and how I represent myself, too.
Yeah. Nicole, you seem like you want to say something. It's like jump in. And that's what it's all about. We're talking about
Exactly.
experiences.
But the one thing about social media is that it's wonderful information, but for me, I really do think that we need to do it during business hours for the most part. Because a lot of times then people, okay, from 8 to 5, they're on the computer.
Yeah.
Okay, then from 5 to midnight, they're on the computer. And then they don't realize that their parents, who are in a different generation, are out there having fun, partying hard, while we're going like this. Oh, look at that commercial. I loved it. The little woman is, oh, look at the little kitty cat. And then her parents out there having a good old time, going traveling, skiing, bike riding. We're starting to lose.
In other words, people are wasting lots and lots of time on the social media sites.
They're
you know,
losing
when
it.
you said 9 to 5, for me, I call myself a social media strategist. I've created that because we're in that era. But at the same time, I don't want to lose that interpersonal relationships and meet face to face. And that's part of the reason why we meet up once a month and have a gathering of people who get together. So we tell them, come from behind those computers. So, and then at the same time, don't waste your time on computers. Nikita?
But one thing for sure for me, I can look at the pros, definitely look at the pros, because I met you in Nebraska, and now I'm here in California.
Wow.
So when you look at the situation of being
And
able
how
to,
did that happen?
well, it happened because you saw me, and I was like, so, you know,
Oh, really? I saw you.
okay. No, what happened?
But the point is that he was moving from Nebraska at the time to California.
Right.
And my network on Facebook is very, very large. And so when Nikita saw my profile, he probably said, oh, I just have to get to know her. But whatever the reason was, here we are today. And I'm so happy that you reached out. You reached out.
Oh, I reached out. Okay. All right. I didn't. Well, but it was a pro because we're all pros. So the good thing is that I'm here.
Yeah.
But let me also address the cons. For me, I was more of an outgoing person who loved to do some guerrilla marketing and things of that nature. But all of a sudden now I'm looking at the internet and I'm like, you know what? I don't have to do that anymore. I can do it from here. So that time-consuming thing comes into play because it takes more than I wanted to give.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely.
But you know, it's very interesting though, that issue about 6 degrees of separation. I really focus on that a lot because it's kind of scary with LinkedIn. They now have the picture on the side where it shows that if me and him were to meet, it would show him and me and then all the people in between that we know that we didn't know that we know together. And it's like, how do they know? My second cousin back in Nebraska, you know, and he's here in California. How did he know her?
Right.
And it's very scary. You don't know who knows who.
Yeah.
And with that, that's why you
Exhibit. Go with more of the pros because that is 80% of my business, and without it, I would have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars just to get that connection. And with social media, that has saved me tremendous amount of money. And I look at the pros. There are cons because girls that I work with change their lifestyle. So I have to look at it as a positive because I am changing girls' lifestyles, and they already know what Skylier likes and don't like, you know. So it's very important to us that we stay on social media because that's where they are.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, definitely for business. It's wonderful.
But it's kind of hard to manage. Like, you know, I work full time and I am a parent, and it's like I signed up for Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. I don't know if I can say all these names. I mean, but Pinterest. All of it, and then people want to talk to you, right? So it's just like, oh my God, I can't spend all day on the internet when I work full time, and then I don't want to go home and spend another 5 hours on the computer talking to people. But I get how necessary it is, you know, especially when you're promoting yourself, because I'm really trying to brand the Elise Hollywood Evans brand. But since, you know, I'm doing it myself and it takes a lot of time. So, I mean, it's a pro and a con because people are beginning to know me and I'm beginning to, people are contacting me about wanting to be a part of the show, meaning on the entertainment side. But you know, managing that, oh my God, like I need a social media strategist just to handle my life. Because if I had to spend any more time on email or Facebook, any of it's going to drive me nuts.
No.
Those are soft skills, and that's where young girls come in and take over, and you guide them. And those are really hot soft skills because that's what they love. I got a young lady in Sacramento who just took over all my social media. Now I'm out in the field working with my sewing contractors. You know, so it's a way that you work that in a positive way, and she loves it. I don't even have to worry about it, so I can go and do other things. So that's a soft skill for a high school student or a college student to learn, because that's where they are.
Well, look me up because I need to hire some. Because I need help now.
Yeah. You know, and again, we go back to how the positive side of meeting friends and building our relationships. And like my family lives in Sacramento, and I don't always know what they're doing, even though it's, you know, 50, 60 miles away, but I don't get a chance to get there often. So I'm able to see the pictures and keep up to date with what my nieces are doing in college. And so all of that is good. And at the same time, all my nieces are connected to me. So I'm watching every move they make.
So the world is watching too.
As the world is watching. Yeah, because again, going back to, because of our generation, we didn't grow up with the internet. And at the same time, we have to move with time. So we're to a point where if we don't move with the internet, then we're going to be left behind. And at the same time, again, that's why we do our once a month meetings, so that we can meet people. And if we're going to build a relationship, make sure you can see face to face so that you can trust people and get an understanding of, sometimes when you look eye to eye with someone, you can kind of get a feel of who they are as a person.
Right. But one good thing about it also is that if Elise and I were doing a party, and if she says, Nikita, he's a great singer, I'm going to trust her. I'm going to look online, see what everybody else says about him. I don't just have to listen to her. I can listen to 500 other people to check it. And that's another thing. It's just we're not just listening to one person. We're listening to 500 more.
So it's like your instant fan base, so to speak. That's
Definitely.
pushing you out there.
You definitely can just look up anything.
But wait a
And
minute,
that's
he
the good
has
thing.
more fans than I do. That doesn't mean that I'm
No,
not
you-
just as popular. Come
Right.
on. Wait a minute.
You have
hold up.
501.
Okay, I'll have
There you
five.
go.
I'm
Thank
sorry.
you.
I,
It's so-
had to- I got 501.
That's
501.
But you know what I found also, because we do live busy lives, and because of the internet, everything is in that split-second moment. So if the computer happens to go a little slow, it's almost like, oh, come on, computer. And, you know, we need to kind of slow down a bit, and then,
Correct.
you know, smell the coffee and and quit moving so fast. But at the same time, because I'm moving so fast, I get a chance to learn what's going on in the news today. I can turn on Facebook and find out what entertainer is doing whatever, or if some policy passed, or if someone's advocating for something. I know it just by Facebook, because if someone asked me, oh, have you heard this or that, and it might have came out just that morning, if I say I don't know, it's almost like I'm not in the know. So I have to look through Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and then, of course, I have a professional net. We have a website that you can mix and mingle, meet people, tell us about who you are, give us your profile, and we'll get a chance to give you that information later about our website and how to get in touch with us, because we are a new show in the Bay Area, and we're trying to make it where we'll have guests on our shows, and when we say voice your own vision, you know, I have a vision, Elise and NIKITA and so on. We all have our own vision, and at the same time, when we bring in experts who's talking about maybe environmental issues, that's something that they'll be able to voice their vision. And so this is all part of what we're doing. And again, every month we do feature one guest person, artist, entertainer, educator, and we find out what they're doing in our community, because I think it's important that we learn what's going on in our own San Francisco, Berkeley, Oakland, Richmond Bay
San
Area.
Jose.
Oh, yeah.
Pinole. Wait.
And the South Bay.
And Pinole.
Oh, yeah. Richmond, Pinole. I mean, the Bay Area, I think the Bay Area covers from Hercules all the way to the South Bay.
No,
San
it's
Jose.
almost to Fairfield,
Fairfield,
Sacramento to
okay.
Tracy.
But you know what? But see, we're talking about the Bay Area, but then again, our conversation today, our topic is about social media. And isn't that around the world?
globe.
Yes.
So people who are watching us right now are seeing us across the world, and they're saying, but what about, Australia and New York and so on? But that's the beauty of it.
Talk about Facebook. Let's go back to that. You know, I actually went out. Don't tell anybody. I'm telling America, right?
Don't tell
No,
anybody,
don't
but
tell
go
anybody,
ahead.
but I'm telling America. No, I met someone and went out on a date from Facebook.
Wow.
Oh, like is that new?
No,
I mean,
no, it's
isn't
not
that
new, but no,
normal
no,
to these days?
I don't know if it's normal, but I did. And that was different, and it was.
How'd it go?
It was great.
Did you tell somebody to make sure that you're okay?
Oh,
and you
well, I did. Plus, since I am in a sorority, Sigma Gamma Rho sorority, he is in a frat. And so we had a lot of mutual friends in common. So I knew he was okay. Plus, he belonged to 100 Black Men.
Okay.
So I knew.
He's solid.
I knew he was solid.
Oh,
Solid
yeah.
as a rock.
Solid as a rock. That's
Yeah.
right. And so I had a great time, but I thought it was just so weird because I've never met anybody that way and went on a date. So I started joking around to people. I said, I'm going to Facebook my way to my next husband. Oh my God, I meet a lot of people that way. I really do. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Well, we want to wish Elise good luck with her,
And
her
prayer.
Facebook and prayer, and at the same time, we're gonna pray for her. But it's really good to have you all sitting here together once again, because we're always on location, and you can always catch us, via Facebook, internet, Berkeley Community Media, and some of the other venues that allow us, into their world and their home. And we're going to kind of wrap up the show a little bit, but before we do, if there's some final things that you want to say, because we have just a few more minutes. Let's start with you, Skyler. Just tell us if there's a way to get in touch with you. How can we do that? And if you wanted
Yes,
to say
I have
that.
a location in West Oakland, 1050 West Grand, and my hours are 10:30 to 3:30. And you guys are welcome to set up an appointment to come out, because I'm always out and about, looking for fabrics and things like that. But yes, please come out and look us up.
Really? And the website and all?
Well, do you have a website that we can just?
You can go to marykay.com/NICC Nick is my name. So marykay.com/Nick. And with what I do, it's been a joy learning about VYOV. It's been a joy just getting into my beauty, becoming a beauty consultant. And I really do think we could go far with this, and I can go far, and I look forward to the adventure. I really do.
And for me, you can find me on Facebook as well. And that would be, of course, Facebook/Captain Low Key. And that's Captain Low Key, which is key, K-E-E at the end. That's how you can find me on Facebook, which is the best way.
All right.
All right. Should
Of course,
I contact
Facebook.
you on Facebook?
I'm sure we can find you on Facebook.
No, I'm sure you
Exactly.
can. I am Elise Hollywood Evans, and I am working on my EliseHollywoodEvans.com. And I'm on Twitter, Elise Hollywood E. I'm on Pinterest, yeah, Elise Hollywood Evans. Just look up Elise Hollywood Evans. Google me. Google me.
And we have a website. It's a professional net, and it's part of our networking through VYOV. And you can reach us at professionalnet.ning.com. And you can also email us at professionalnetwebsite@gmail.com. And again, I want to thank you very much for being here today because, you know, I really appreciate the fact that we were able to come together. I want to thank all my camera crew from today because you guys did a wonderful job, and you always have to say thank you. I want to say thank you to Edmund and Mickey and David and Jody and Masan and TD and then they here at Berkeley Community Media. I just want to say a few things about this particular venue today. Is that they have a place where they can teach young people and old. It could be any age, and there's producers here. And here at Berkeley Community Media, and you can also look them up. It's called berkeleycommunitymedia.org. And they're located at 2239 MLK Boulevard right here in Berkeley, California. And again, I want to thank everybody who's been involved up to this point because we had so many people who were able to join in on our networks. And again, we do it once a month, and I'm just loving it. And the fact that we still have one more minute to go. It's really fun and exciting.
Let's talk about cyber dating.
No. But this is all part of the fun, and I hope you had a chance to get to know the personalities of VYOV because we don't get a chance to do studio as much as we like to, and we really enjoy it because now we get to sit down and talk to one another because most of the time we talk to other guests. And that's what we usually do, but we never sit down and talk to one another. Huh? We need to talk. You know what? You need to come from behind those computers and talk to us more often. We need to get together and besides the networking and just become that family that we are. Again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed the show and got a chance to see who we are as VYOV. Again, my name is Angela Cleo Smith, and we're with Elise Hollywood Evans, Nikita Key Sampson, Nicole E, and Skylier Ware.
She wanted to dance. She wanted to dance.
You know what? And we have this beautiful song. Hopefully you had a chance to see it. It was produced by NIKITA. That's one of his talents. And the music sounds so wonderful. We had a great time. So hopefully you enjoyed it.
VYOV. It's the VYOV television show. You can call us on the line. You can tell us all what's on your mind. It's the VYOV. It's the VYOV. It's the VYOV television show.